Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while. The last post that I made was about my skincare and I was about skincare. So I figured I might as well come on here and let you guys know why I think skincare is so important and why you guys need to make sure skincare is a part of your day-to-day routine, especially because the weather is changing and I feel like it's just important for people to like stay on top of this. So first thing about skincare, I feel like, a lot of people talk about the trends of, what people use. You definitely have to find what works for you. Um, I feel like the first thing you want to do is, make sure that what you're picking is organic, is clean. A lot of times I used to think organic products were super, super expensive, but if you really just do your research, you can find products that are like inexpensive, that are just, you know, I know there's a few products that are organic that really only cost between like $5 to $7. Like it really just depends. So the first thing here. All right, so the first simple rule in washing your face, even if you don't do like a full step regimen, you want to make sure you at least wash your face, moisturize your face, and always wear sunscreen. I wouldn't say wear sunscreen at night because if you know that when you put sunscreen on, depending, it normally will irritate your eyes. And it does say that on most sunscreen bottles because of the products that they use. This is what I do. I wash my face, I moisturize my face. I do use like serums and retinols and eye cream and toner and sunscreen because I want to make sure my skin is very hydrated and very healthy. Um, a basic skincare routine, you only really need, 3 to 4 things. Morning time, you just need a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. And a lot of people think, because of the color of your skin, like you don't need sunscreen. Yes, you do. The sun is always out. Even in the wintertime, the sun is out. If you drive, if you walk, whatever you do, the sun is always out, and it really does damage your skin if you do not protect your skin. It's like if you straighten your hair without heat protectant, it has the same damage even if you can't see it right away. So at nighttime, you can just do a cleanser and a moisturizer. You don't have to do anything too crazy. It's optional, but you can exfoliate your skin 1 to 2 times a week. And you can definitely use treatment products, like if you have acne or dark spots or overly dry skin. You can definitely search those types of products to see what exactly you should use, but I just think it helps. It helps your skin to look healthier. I always notice that when I don't use skincare or do skincare consistently versus when I do, my skin does not look as healthy. It doesn't look hydrated. And honestly, I never want to look like I'm not taking care of myself. Healthy skin, it normally looks more even, brighter, smoother, hydrated, less irritated. Like you normally look like you have a glow to yourself. And I think that's like the most important thing. But a lot of people have to understand you don't have to use expensive products. A lot of products that people get from Sephora or from Ulta, you don't have to go with those products. Those are just products that people find popular and that they just like because of marketing. Honestly, consistency is what matters the most when you are doing skincare. You want to basically just have like a consistent, basic skincare. Like I just said, wash your face, moisturize your face, use sunscreen or moisturizer. So honestly, skincare does help you to prevent skin problems. So a good skincare routine will help you prevent acne, dry skin, oily skin, irritation, hyperpigmentation, clogged pores, um, skin cancer, eczema, rosacea, or acne vulgaris. So a lot of times people don't understand. It's like going to the gym and never taking a shower afterwards. You don't see that there's like bacteria and dirt that just sits on your body or sits in your skin, and pollution also plays a huge effect. So good skincare prevents premature aging. When you do your skincare, you know, basic skincare, especially wearing sunscreen, it helps you prevent wrinkles, dark spots, sun damage, loss of elasticity. More visible skin aging actually comes from sun exposure and not getting older. So, exactly, people don't understand. normally if you're not doing skincare, if you're not protecting your skin from not only pollution and, the sun, it actually causes you to look older. And I've noticed that because when I didn't do my skincare, I did not look like this. I did not look, super hydrated. Like I can tell the difference between when my skin is getting the right products in health versus when I'm not. If you're eating really bad foods, typically it'll come out in your skin. It'll come out in, your hygiene. It'll come out in some way. So people have to understand why this is so important. Okay, so lastly here, skincare is really important for, health, protection, aging, and confidence, not just the appearance. You definitely want to make sure, you're confident, but it's really the health overall that matters. The last thing here is just protecting your skin, from bacteria and viruses, pollution, UV radiation, chemicals, and that's pretty much it. So taking care of your skin keeps your skin's protective barrier strong. When your skin isn't cared for, you can get dryness, you can get infections, you can get acne, irritation, or even damage. And a lot of people don't understand that because they don't care about it. But if you really understand the damage you do when you don't take care of your skin, you're going to have unnecessary growths on your skin. You can have unnecessary dryness on your skin. You just don't know how your skin or your body is going to come back when you are out in the sun all day or you're outside all day. You're at work all day. You might be touching your face. Like, people have to understand that being clean is like top tier, and taking care of yourself is top tier, not just for your confidence but for your health. And this is something that I really just want to make sure I'm doing for myself, so it keeps me accountable, but just also helping people to understand that if you need that motivation where you just know that over time, you want to see good results, in your health, in your confidence, then this is what you have to do, to keep a good, healthy skin barrier and to actually have, you know, the right information, about what taking care of your skin is. A lot of people will post their favorite products because it's marketed the most, but sometimes you do just have to go basic. You should be washing your face on a day-to-day basis and a nightly basis, especially if you look like you need that boost, and a lot of people need that boost. You can't just fall off of your skincare regimen. You have to stay consistent. I noticed the difference between when I don't do skincare and when I do, and I honestly don't like the results when I don't take care of my skin, when I don't use sunscreen, because I can see the difference. I used to get like little bumps on my skin if I didn't put sunscreen on, and there were like little white bumps that I just didn't know how to get rid of until I bought like a little collection of skin thingies. I don't even know what they're called, like skin tools where you could extract them. So, now I just don't play games about my skin, especially now the weather's changing. I'm super big on skincare. I want to make sure I have all the right hydrating products. Staying hydrated also helps, but you definitely have to take care of the outside as well as the inside. So, yeah, hopefully this video helps and hopefully motivates some people to get a new skincare routine, or to just pick up some hydrating hyaluronic acid. I think that's probably my favorite product. Retinol serum and hyaluronic acid are like the two products I absolutely love to use because they're just hydrating, and I always see good results. I don't break out as much, and that's literally what I love. My skin looks like it's healed and not hurting. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. I would definitely like it. Give me a thumbs up. And even if you don't, I hope you just enjoyed this video and this one-on-one of me just being on here giving you guys some great advice. All right. Bye.